In this video, to teach you guys how to have heaps and heaps of fun and then learn how to draw and learn to improve your art techniques, I've been doing this fun exercise. Check it out. I'm kind of lucky because I have a brother who he's a really good illustrator. Actually, that's his job. He's one of Australia's best illustrators. He's illustrated heaps of books in a really fun style. I really love his artwork. So on Facebook now, what we've been doing is we've been challenging each other these funny Photoshop challenges where we Photoshop ourselves into a movie or a TV show. Weekend just gone, the challenge was to put yourself into a book illustration. Now this is where the learning comes in. You see, this is fun. I'm not doing this for a customer, I'm not doing it for money, I'm not doing it for my portfolio. I'll never sell any of this stuff. It is sort of frivolous, fun work, but in doing that there is a sense of freedom. If nobody's paying for this work, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, it's just fun. As we pick different illustrators to try and copy and emulate, and we're learning a little bit about how each of these illustrators work. You can always learn by copying. Even Leonardo said that you can learn by copying the masters, and he was a master. So in doing this, I actually learned quite a bit about myself. It was fun trying all the different styles, fun trying to do myself as Dr. Seuss would do me. And like I said, none of this was serious, it was all a lot of good fun. What I had found out about myself is that because for years and years I have illustrated to make stencils for t-shirts, I had become very, very reliant upon using a nib and a brush. So Indian ink and nibs have been the main tool I've used for 30 years. One of my strongest influences was the illustrator William Stout. I love his work. Probably he's my favourite illustrator of all time. I have probably been influenced by him, but I was using different tools and I had sort of forgotten. I started to do an illustration of myself to drop into a William Stout and I was using ink. I noticed that he's actually used pencil, but he uses pencil the way most people would use ink, very heavy lined. With that in mind, even though that challenge is over, I've got to go back and just have another go at the William Stout. Have another go at trying to draw myself. So I just lightbox this, drop in some colour, but this time I'm using pencil for the shade, but shading in hopefully a bit more of a William Stout style. So in this challenge I learnt a little bit about how other artists work, but also I learnt a little bit about myself, about how I have preconceived ideas of what graphic art should look like, and because of my age and because of the printing methods that I grew up with, I forget that you can use shadow and tone these days, and so that's what I've done here. And so in my work from this day forward, I'll probably end up using a little bit more pencil in some of the works that I do. Looking forward to this next weekend coming up because we're doing comic strips. I put myself into comic books. That's going to be on my Facebook page, it's going to be on Tony's Facebook page, and anybody else who wants to join in, they're welcome. See you in the next video.